you doing? The Navion is in the shop. Yesterday when we took it to get an oil change, well, first off, when I was changing the battery and everything, trying to get it started, I heard a psst, and then the engine light came on. So then yesterday took it to the shop and to get oil change, and had absolutely no power. Like, I couldn't get it above 30 miles an hour on a hill like this. And it'd take a long time to get there. So it's almost like the turbocharger is completely gone out of it, or there's a head gasket. I don't know. It could be something major. It could be a vacuum leak. Who knows? Or it could be a computer problem because, when I was changing the battery, maybe the computer needed to reset itself or something. I don't know, but it's not good. The guy at the shop, they don't work on Sprinters anymore. They changed ownership, and I don't know if they'll ever get to work on Sprinters again at the Freightliner shop, so gotta wait and see on that. He kindly took it in because I have a history there, and he's working on it. He's going to diagnose it and everything. I don't know how much all that will cost, but the clouds of doubt are hanging over whether or not in a week or two we get to go on vacation anyway, because we have kids under 12, and a lot of people have chosen to not take any safety precautions, to not protect themselves or others against the virus, like completely irresponsible idiots. And I mean, this is a choice because vaccines in America are free, and they're everywhere. All you have to do is get your lazy ass over there and get a shot. But people don't want to do it. And they're buying into all this nonsense that is going around, half-truths, lies, propaganda, that there's something bad about the vaccines. Like, for instance, I know somebody who's afraid of getting vaccinated because the government is putting something in the vaccines where they could track you. And I'm like, idiot, they track you all the time, and you willingly give them the information yourself. You use a cell phone, don't you? There are ways of turning off a lot of the tracking information in cell phones that most people aren't aware of, won't even bother to do. Or, just go old school and don't even use a cell phone if you're afraid of the government tracking every little stupid move you'll make. Like, they really care. The government doesn't care that much. Who cares is large corporations. They want information on you so they can figure out how to sell to you. Have you ever wondered, when you get on the internet, why there seems to be ads that just so happen to be in your interests and what you like? It's because they're tracking you. Because every keystroke you make, every time you turn on the TV now, there's a lot of smart TVs. They figure out what you like to watch. You got services like Apple TV or Chrome, whatever. Every time you get on the internet, you're being tracked. And that's stuff you do willingly. Why in the hell are they going to put something in a virus, in an antiviral shot to track you? That's illogical. It doesn't even make sense. But this is a justification people are using. And I'm serious. Maybe we ought to all get together with a lawyer and have a class action lawsuit. If you don't have all your shots by a certain day, then you owe us money. Because think of all the lives that are endangered and just the inconvenience. If we aren't able to go somewhere, that's not a big deal. I'm not really necessarily crying about that. Think about it. We're not going out and spending money anywhere. We're not going on any tours. We're not visiting any museums. We're not eating out at any restaurants. We're not staying at any campgrounds or hotels or anything. All because people don't want to get their shots. it's just, it might be irresponsible of us to take little kids out into the world where they can't get their shots. They don't have a choice. And the kids, they hate needles. They're afraid of them. But you know what? They'll stand in line. They'll get the shots willingly because they know they're responsible. They're more responsible than the adults. And they say that too about the schools. They had a hard time with schools being shut down because of outbreaks within the kids. And they say, oh, these outbreaks don't happen because the kids are being irresponsible. The kids do what they're told. They wear their masks, everything else like that. The problem is their parents insist on taking them out to large gatherings, like family gatherings or sporting events or things like that, unprotected. And the kids are getting it from that. So maybe we as a human race are just too stupid to figure it out. You know, nature is trying to figure out how to get rid of a lot of us. There's too many of us on this planet. And, you know, the question goes out, well, who gets to decide who stays and who goes? And I think the answer is becoming obvious, unfortunately. The people who are deciding, people are deciding themselves, are weeding themselves out. But unfortunately, I wish they'd leave innocent people out of their poor decision making. I've ranted enough. It's time to get my coffee and go home.